Welcome back. So today's kindness Pilates, we're looking at the double leg stretch. So we've already looked at the single leg stretch. So in theory, what we do with one, we do with two, the double leg stretch. As we said last time, the single and the double leg stretch were the two exercises that Joe Pilates created in Return to Life through Contrology, the original Pilates mat work exercises. The other three that come in later, the single straight leg, the double straight leg, and the crisscross, were all added in by Romana. Put what we're teaching you in the single and the double leg stretch into those other ones. But for today, we're just going to look at the double leg stretch. So come to your mat. So we have done the single leg stretch. We've looked at where the leg is being pulled into. Remember, we talked about the knee lines up to the armpit, the heel lines up to the sit bone. That's important because now we do it with both legs and they both need to line up with the armpits and with the sit bones. We're not just randomly changing that. We also looked at how far away the legs go. So let's look at that again in the double leg stretch and practice with kindness as we change it through. If you're working with one leg out, that of course is going to weigh less and feel less strong than two legs out. If it doesn't feel right for your body, please leave this out. Otherwise, let's have a go. We've just done our single leg. So we finished the exercise, there we are. We're now going to bring both knees into the chest, hold on to them and lay down. You can of course place your feet down and have a kindness break. If not, you have your kindness break here. Take a moment. Eventually you'll finish the exercise, come back in and go straight to the next one, the double. But again, remember we're practicing with kindness, and through kindness and Pilates builds up stamina. Stamina is the kind of last part of Pilates. We're building up strength, we're building up stability, then we add in stretch, and we're going to add in stamina. When we increase the rhythm and increase the flow to the body, you fit in more exercises, automatically the heart starts to pump more. There's the stamina. Use your breath. When you are feeling an exercise that is hard for you or for you today, if your breath is telling you, I'm panting, I'm running out of breath, telling you to slow down a bit, rein it in a bit. Maybe it's telling you that you forgot to breathe. Sometimes forgetting to breathe means holding the breath. Sometimes forgetting to breathe means just panting out a lot and actually forgetting to inhale. So that is why it's important that you are thinking of being the breath and not trying to fit in the breath. So with that in mind, let's go back to our mat, double leg stretch. We've done our single leg stretch. One leg was out on a diagonal or it was up at the ceiling. So imagine it was up on the ceiling, right up to the sky. So let's imagine that our single leg stretch looks more like that, up. Then of course the double leg stretch will also look like that. Where does this look like? The 100. So remember, if your 100 two legs up were there, they're probably going to be there now. However, the difference is in the double leg stretch, they don't stay here for very long. They go up and they come back in again. In the 100, they stay there for quite a long time. So I would encourage you to the 100 to start beyond your comfortable zone, but the most connected. And as you tire, rein it back a bit so that you stay connected. In the double legs, you might find that you can work that little bit stronger. Yes, of course, you've done all these other exercises. So let's go up to the seat. I'm going to drop the weight of my body down, lift my stomach, curl up, arms to here first, and then I'm going to go. Imagine you've got a hat. Take the hat off to the ceiling, take the legs and arms straight to the ceiling, eyes on the belly. By lifting up, I'm literally imagining that somebody is pulling me up by my fingers, allow my shoulders to drop down, pulling me up by my toes, but allow my pelvis to drop down and my stomach to drop down. Up, but down. Inhale. Now I'm going to leave my legs there. Circle my arms in the periphery vision and they touch the hips. Pull the knees in and stretch. Where to? Hands on shins. Go as far in as you can keep your tailbone long, stomach lifted and up. So I'm not pulling in and letting all this come into my shoulders. If you're flexible, it's very easy to lift the bum and drop back here. Instead, imagine as you're pulling in that you're lifting your stomach and pulling up. I'm free of my neck. Inhale, lift to the ceiling, circle. Exhale, lift the stomach and come up. Inhale, lift, circle. Exhale, lift with the stomach and come up. Elbows bent is really important. Unless you've got neck issues, shoulder issues, always keep your elbows in. Otherwise, elbows bent allows this circular shape to start kicking in. And a circular shape mimics the magic circle that we use in Pilates. The magic circle trains the powerhouse and the waistline to come into the midline. So if I mimic that shape of a magic circle, I'm actually pressing my sides into the middle with effort, like I'm kind of using bellows and squeezing the air out. So it's inhale to reach, hold, exhale to pull. The arms and legs aren't coming back in at the same time. There's a distinct pause. Now that's important because watch now. Remember we talked about the legs going slightly out in the diagonal. From here I'm going to think about my legs changing from up to out. Lift the stomach up. So instead of the legs starting here, imagine you did it in the 100, the legs started slightly away. Slightly away, lift the stomach. And now, reach the arms to the same diagonal. So if my legs are going this way, my arms need to go that way. Now the legs stay still. As the arms circle round, I have to hold my stomach and back against the floor. If my arms are going that way, it's like a seesaw counterbalance. It helps me, my arms going that way. If I'm tight in my body, it really helps me. However then, the opposite to that, if my legs are here, my arms are there, when I circle my arms back round to here, I've now got the weight of two things going that way. My stomach is this way, it's harder. So I would advise you to test how far away your leg should be in your double leg stretch. At what point your arms and legs are forward, can you feel it in your body? You may experience this. Legs out here, arms back there, fine. Legs go around there, and you start to rock up. Or your lower body starts to rock up. If you feel your lower body rocking forward and not anchoring back, maybe the legs need to start higher upwards to get the weight into your belly. However, remember we talked about the flexible bodies need to be reined in, and the sort of tighter bodies need to be stretched out. So let's look at if you're a more flexible body. Joe Pilates created his double leg stretch in this archival manner, not with the arms that way, but the arms this way. So this could be your version if it was from your body. Instead of going here, Joe Pilates would go here. Clasp the hands, pull the legs into my butt, reach, and then exhale. Inhale, press. Exhale, press. Exhale. Now, I like it and don't like it for different reasons. I like it for the idea all the time, whenever one leg, two legs, whatever is out that way, it's not just hanging out there. It's not just hanging into your hip, it's being pulled back into your butt. So your hands around the side of your hips and around kind of underneath your bottom can give you very strong tactile feedback to whether your legs are just shooting out that way or really being pulled in to your bottom, all of your glutes. So I really like it for that. However, for the same reasons we talked about before, both arms, legs going that way, there is more effort on the seesaw being tipped down one way. And if you're not as strong or a bit tighter, it's quite hard to get the seesaw to balance. You have to play with it. So play with your exercise, but it is an inhale to create your stretch, whether it's forward, both arms and legs, or both arms and legs away. Hold your breath, circle. Exhale, pull it in, and as you pull it in, remember it's not pull it into your neck, tailbone long, pull it in, up and forward. In, up and forward will be your best friend in your kindness practice. It's not easy, don't expect it to be easy, but be kind. Where do you feel the most connected? Where do you feel the most connected when both arms and legs are forward. That will give you lots of feedback to the exercise. Remember, in all the exercises, be kind to yourself, get deep in your center, elongate your back, use your mat as a second skin. Do you still feel your body connected to the mat? Not jammed, but connected. And it will always be beautiful. See you later.